Good afternoon to all. Today is a great day. We do welcome all of you. But first of all, I would like to encourage you not to miss any minute of today's webinar, as it's going to be full of awesome information and news. Therefore, please get connected. We will have amazing time together, and let's start. If you don't know me, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Emanuele Baroni. I am a representative of the Leadership Council, New Consumer Community Partner Program Vice President, Certified Coach of Master Profi, Genius of Finance host, member of the World's Association, World's General for Peace. This is a very meaningful and prominent organization. I am also a speaker and a private investor. And what are we going to discuss today? English-speaking chat, please give me the feedback if you can hear me well. Thank you. Well, so first of all, the program of our today's webinar is congratulations on the first anniversary of the Cryptounit program. We will introduce a fantastic and fabulous promotion which will be launched today, Express Bonus for Qualification. I do apologize 1 second because I have some problems with my internet connection. Well, now everything is fixed. This promotion is really fabulous. In addition to this, we will meet new heads of our departments. We will report to you on the performance of the new consumer community in March. You will also learn the latest news of the company. We will talk about our offers, our promotions. We will tell you about the upcoming events and trainings, and also introduce the upcoming training courses. And in the end, we will have a question and answer session. And now, next slide, please. And we need to congratulate each other. Please congratulate each other on CIU program anniversary. This year was full of success, news, developments, changes. Unfortunately, now we are all staying at home because of the pandemic. And actually, I want to tell you that it's not a drama in our lives. Obviously, we will conquer and we'll be winners. But this is a very milestone event or time for our company. And this year will be amazing. I promised to share amazing news with you. And therefore, I want to waste your time anymore. And therefore, I suggest having a virtual toast, like drinking a toast. And I'm toasting to, by the way, next slide, meanwhile. And so I'm toasting to our new promotion, Express Bonus for Qualification. Last year, devoted to the 5th anniversary of our company, we had a similar promotion, which was called Express Qualification, whereas this year, the company offers even more exciting news because it offers to get express bonus for your qualification not under the marketing plan, but it will be available and accessible to all those people who are ready to work hard every day, and you will get a chance to get amazing bonuses. Well, would you like to get an additional express bonus from 300 to 50 to 134,000 units? And if I ask you this question, definitely your answers will be yes. So later on, I will show you some other slides and you will understand in detail what I'm talking about. Well, apart from your earnings as an agent, you can earn 350. As a consultant, you can get 800 manager, 1700 leader manager, 4,000, top manager, 8,000, vice president, 15,000, and president from 20 to 134,000 units as your additional express bonus. These are figures that are really difficult to believe in. Well, let's start from the agent. Me, since I reached the qualification of the agent. English speaking chat, please change the slide. And now we say that this bonus will not cancel your bonuses you are used to and other bonuses you receive. This is a new promotion, express bonus for qualification, an additional promotion to what you have. And I would like to call this promotion Marathon 5x5. Let's assume that I am a partner. What should I do to get this express bonus? I need to find 5 partners, each of whom will make a personal purchase of 200 units. And as they are, I also need to invest my 200 units. And after 25 days, I will get a bonus of 350 units. And a company give me a chance to be compliant with these conditions within 25 days, not a week, but 25 days. This time frame is enough to achieve this result. And you this way can enroll and recruit to our company your 5 partners, and you will get a bonus of 350 units. The next qualification is a consultant. To become a consultant, everything is quite simple. Look, we have 5 people who yesterday were my partners, but now I need to help them to reach a status of agents. For this, I need to make my personal volume of 500 units. I need to support them to reach their status of agents. And for this purpose, I have 50 days starting from the date of this promotion. And this way, I can get my personal bonus of 800 units. A consultant may repeat the conditions for the agent and receive an additional bonus of 350 units for agents. But this way, we can't actually consider the agents that are already agents. This promotion was launched on the 30th of March. Now we are introducing it, but the company decided to take into consideration all those people working hard over the last 1 week, and I believe this is an amazing opportunity for all of us. Let's move on to manager status. Manager is an important position in our company, and again, it is about the same actions you take every day. These 5 partners you have who are following me, they simply need to repeat what I'm doing, to duplicate what I'm doing. Here, my personal volume is 1,000 units, and for this promotion, I will have 100 days starting from the 30th of March, and my 5 partners are to become consultants. All the newcomers who join this marathon 5 by 5 and all those people who are not a part of our company yet, but they will join it during this promotion. So for them, this promotion will be estimated from the date of their entry into our company, whereas for all the others, this promotion starts from the 30th of March. All those people you registered to our company from the 30th of March could be actually estimated and considered for this promotion, and manager can repeat the conditions for the agent consultant and register new people, new agents, not only new consultants, but to get the bonus of 350, a bonus for the consultant of 500, and the bonus for the manager 1,700. To get this bonus, you need to transform your 5 new partners into 5 consultants. The next status is leader manager. And look, the proposal is really fabulous. What are the terms and conditions to get express bonus for this qualification? Your status should be a leader manager with the personal volume of 2,500. You need to transform your people into 5 managers. And we are talking about the partners in your first downline, and all the personal volumes you've seen up to now under this promotion. We didn't calculate everything we make as our earning under the marketing plan. To join and engage in this promotion, the personal volume should be, as you see from the slide, 2,500 for a leader manager. And the deadline for completing the conditions is 125 days. And subject to meeting these conditions, you can get an additional bonus of 4,000 units. Don't you believe that this is a fabulous promotion? Do you? And all these people actually can take very important steps together with me. I can make my express bonus, and this way our company helps me to improve my income and to expand my structure. And by doing this, I am educated and trained better, and I also receive additional bonus. The next qualification is top manager. And here, after my 4 months hard work, the company actually gives us an opportunity to earn this express bonus, but this time not with 5 people, but because something unexpected may happen. Maybe someone will fail and won't be able to reach his or her heights and won't be able to catch up with your pace, and therefore the company offers to reach this status with 4 partners, 4 people to become leader managers. Your personal volume should be 5,000 units. The time frame for meeting these conditions is 150 days, and your personal bonus will be 8,000 units. This is quite a good amount, and therefore please remember that all those people who are already with us can repeat the same conditions which are set for 2 statuses below your status. Top manager could meet the conditions for consultants and higher and above and get the bonus of 500, 1,700 and 4,000. So I actually wanted to be like an engine and to be very enthusiastic about all these conditions that our company is offering to us. And all these bonuses could really change your life, because for the vice president, the next slide, the personal volume is to be 8,000 units. I have for these 175 days to meet the conditions of this promotion, again starting from the 30th of March. And I need to help 4 people to become top managers. And my express bonus will be, in this case, 15,000 units. I don't know how much you make, but I can assure you that 15,000, 8,000, 4,000, so these amounts you can earn throughout the time frame of the promotion. This is quite a substantial income, even here in Italy, which enjoys quite high salaries and wages. And the last status is president, and we are exploring the next slide. President can get bonuses by 2 ways. There are 2 options for the president. I will explain what I mean. He can transform his top managers into vice presidents. As soon as he gets 2 vice presidents in his first downline, he will get 15,000 units. Sorry, 20,000 units. But if he gets 3 vice presidents, your bonus, additional bonus, will be plus 30,000. And by this way, the total bonus could be 20,000 plus 30,000. But here I have an additional option as well. I myself become the president. Next slide, please. The personal volume for the president is 15,000 units. And the time frame set for meeting these conditions is 275 days. And in case my vice presidents become presidents, I can get a bonus of 62,000 units. And whereas with my first downline, I have 3 presidents, I have an additional bonus of 72,000. My total bonus in this case will be 134,000 units. This is quite a huge amount of bonus, and therefore all of you are now encouraged to engage in this promotion, and I do encourage you to work with ease. You can help thousands of people, and by doing this you will in another 6-8 months actually work hard but help other people. Yes, you will work harder, but please look at the amounts of the bonuses you will be paid, and definitely you will reach a figure of about 500,000 units by engaging in this promotion, and you immediately can actually capitalize your life, because in these 6 months you will reach financial freedom, and definitely you will be financially free by the end of 2020. Please think over. When I saw these figures, when I saw these terms and conditions, my immediate question was, what document should I sign, where I need to put my signature to agree on these terms and conditions? And today I'm very excited to share this opportunity with you. Now we are all staying at home, but we have a very good opportunity to earn more, to meet new people. And our company, as soon as it was set up, it immediately set the goals to make financially free billions and billions of people. And this is what we are witnessing now. Yes, indeed, now we are facing this negative pandemic. Many people are imprisoned at home. They don't get their salaries. And a totally different thing when, while staying at home, I can actually work, not because there is a virus that prevents my movements, but I stay at home because I'm financially free. I can afford to stay at home together with my family and communicate and talk to my friends. I don't need anymore to go back to my office and to force myself to deal with some boring job. So therefore, please explore this opportunity more. What would you like to do right now? To jump from the height and to settle in a hole and depressed, or you would like to stay at 5-star hotels? Our company actually offers you a chance to work under this promotion starting from the 30th of March till the 31st of December and get additional bonuses for your hard work and your being active. Next slide. Thank you. Well, express bonus for qualification for the previously registered partners. Status increases, and the deadline for completing the conditions is from the starting launch date of the promotion, the 30th of March, and up to the 31st of December inclusive. For new partners, we can improve our status and meet all the conditions from the date of their registration in the company, and the effective date of this promotion is up to 31st of December 2020 inclusive. And here in the slide you see that this is a wonderful opportunity to get additional bonuses for your being active and proactive, and therefore we encourage you to act, because this is the good time the milestone time for the further development of our universe. And we are pleased to accept this offer, and we are doing our best not to become only financially independent and financially free for ourselves, but we are committed to our mission that is to share our knowledge with the most number of people, share with them the ways we can help the people. People can live lives of their dreams, life they would like to have. We all were born free, and we want to maintain this freedom, and we want to give a chance to people to become free again. Next slide, please. Can you see this slide now? I'm passing the floor to another excellent speaker, and he is the president under the NEEW Consumer Community Partner Program, a leader of Italy. He is also the certified master profi coach and the host of the Genius of Finance. He is a member of the World Generals for Peace Association. He is an interpreter, speaker, but in addition to all these merits, he has some peculiar feature. He is my great friend, he is my brother, and he is my sponsor. And actually, I started this amazing project together with him because once he decided to give this opportunity to me. Like many other people, at the beginning, I told no, but he was very persistent together with his wife. And sometime actually he worked for me because I didn't want to know anything about this. But now, every time and every minute I meet him, I always thank him. He has a very large family, a wife, 3 children. He has his entrepreneurial business, but 24 hours a day, he's ready to help us, and he's ready to support us in everything. Dragos, the floor is yours. Thank you very much, Manuele. You are like my dad. And I'm very grateful to you for my personal growth and for my education, because I learned about the network marketing because of Emanuele. And you know, this is the mutual learning and mutual support. I like this a lot, and thank you very much for introducing me. Well, look, I want to tell you that I'm really very excited today, and I also realize that apart from our marketing plan, I can earn additional bonus and earn up to 134,000 US dollars. This is an incredible opportunity, particularly in today's situation. We all desperately need to have more chances and opportunities. And you know, before we started this webinar, Emmanuel, first of all, introduced our today's agenda and congratulated you on our first anniversary of CIU program. Well, next slide. Report to you on our performance in March. As you remember, our CIU project was launched in March, and therefore every March is considered to be an excellent month. Let's have a look what we managed to achieve this March 2020. Let's move on to our next slide. Events in March. In Russia, Latvia, Belarus, Colombia, Netherlands, and not only, because we have a lot of countries. We have a very wide geography and a lot of countries where every day we arrange different events. But in March in particular, we had regional conferences and presentations of NEEW and the Cryptounit program, a lot of such conferences. In addition, we opened new offices in Latvia, and therefore, as you see, our company is growing. In March, we opened an office in Latvia, Riga, and starting from the 15th of March, there is the shop in fall. We opened the 38th restaurant under the Sushi Master chain, which is a segment of our global investment portfolio. And actually, you and we all are co-owners of this investment portfolio. And therefore, my congratulations to all of us, because when the company grows, we all grow. Next slide, please. And let's have a look how our work is done and arranged. Because we are running an incredible online course, MLCI Marathon 260, which has been run for 2 months so far. And as you see, we have nearly 3,000 participants from 75 countries of the globe. They are our active students, active marathon runners, ready to work hard and to grow personally and participate and attend all our weekly sessions. Well, we receive your bright realizations and emotions. People work in their groups, in their chats, and so far we received the first results of our ranking, and we have the first leaders in our marathon. And the results are incredible, which we reached in February and March. And actually, I'm very excited and thrilled. And for our company, this means a large growth as well. As regards the training and education provided by the company to the people willing to be trained to understand more and to understand better the new economic evolution of the world. Please believe me that this is a fantastic growth for all of us. And personally, I regularly attend the Marathon 260, both as a marathon runner and as a speaker, and the feedback we receive is incredible. Next slide, please. On the 23rd of March, we launched the updated personal account. Please be attentive here, because starting from this time on, entrance to the access to the new system, back offices of API, CIU, and TNG, registration and purchases are accessible only through the personal account back office of the Academy of Private Investor, only through this API back office or personal account. Why? Because in our project, one of the pillars our company has is education and training. So this is the core pillar our company stems from, and it supports our growth. And this way, we all learn more how to operate under new conditions of evolution, economic development, and there we discuss very complicated challenges we face daily, and we learn new solutions offered to us by the Academy of Private Investor. Next slide, please. This is another extremely important slide because we are talking about Cryptounit program. As Emanuele told you before, we are celebrating our first anniversary of this program, and let's analyze and review our results over the last 12 months. Please be open-minded, open-eyed, because the figures you will see in these slides are really unique, because I have 10 years experience in network business, have never seen something similar. Let's have a look at these figures. The number of registered users, as you see, is 1,324,036 people. Number of clients who purchased EIPs, they are our investors, is 573,368 people. How many partners do we have? 676,425 and 44,695 people. They are our agents. We also have consultants. Another important status in our company. And we have 12,534 consultants with managers, 4,079 people, with leader managers number is 1,344 people. Then, as you see, the next status is top managers. We have 431 top managers in the company, vice presidents, 160 vice presidents, and 71 presidents. 71 presidents globally. I can tell you that there is no other company in the world with 75 presidents. You may believe me. Our company is very young, and we have an opportunity to expand globally even further, and we have place and space for everyone. And now let's look. Apart from the growth rate of our company, we also have some figures about our sales. The sales volume in 12 months is 144,535,239 units. I can tell you that this is a fabulous result, fantastic. As regards asset purchases or our assets, it equals to 57,814,095 units. So this figure actually makes me tremble, make me shiver. And another figure I want to show you, this is the amount of bonuses paid out under the marketing plan in units. As you know, our units were distributed in the amount of 49,192,000 184,575.91 units. Our leaders make a lot of money because our business is high-level business. Our business is multi-level crowd investing business, which is different and distinguished by its potential, by its capacity, and it is different from a conventional multi-level business because we all are co-owners of our investment portfolio and we have additional bonuses paid out. They are profit bonus profit, or they are called our loyalty bonuses, equal to 14,453,523 units. So this is our loyalty bonus, whereas profit bonus equals to 980,000 units. So these are those additional bonuses to be paid out to our people. They were paid out to our people working in the company. Everything Emanuele showed you before, this additional bonus of 350 for agents is an additional bonus apart from what has been paid out to you so far this month and before. And therefore, simply think it over, which opportunity we can give to all our people who will learn more about our company. So now let's analyze our time, because time is money, time is invaluable asset, and time helps us to grow. And next slide, it is full of fabulous figures. Registration in the new economic evolution of the world consumer communities system over the last 12 months is 768,390 people. And in the CIU system, every month on average, we had registrations of 64,032 people. And on a daily basis, it is 2,134 people daily. And hourly per hour, we get 88 new registrations, and they become a part of our company. And the last figure, which is the most exciting, which is the most energy giving, because it helps you to understand that the opportunity of the multi-level crowd investing business and our new community makes us different from other companies in the market. It means that every second minute we get 3 people, new people registered in our company, and they become partners of our business. Simply imagine what may happen starting from today, and as soon as we reach the end of this year, December 2020. Please stay connected and until the end of our today's webinar, because you will learn this secret when our CEO, Andrei Havratov, will share some incredible information with you. You will never be indifferent. And you will see and you will feel the energy which only Andrei Havratov can convey to you. Thank you very much for your attention. My regards from Italy to all of you. Hello. Hello to everyone from my end. And I would like to introduce to you our new heads of our new departments in the company. Please welcome them as our company is growing and we want to control properly all the directions of our company. And I would like to introduce to you Aygirim Birikeshver. Maybe it is quite difficult for me to pronounce her name. Look how nice she is, but she's not only a beauty, she is the head of the legal department of our company. She is the CEO of her own international legal firm, and she is member of the New York Bar. She is the co-founder of the Association of the Legal Entities, and she is the laureate of the foundation of the first president of the Republic of Kazakhstan, President Nazarbayev, as the best lawyer of 2019. She is a winner of top 100 faces of Kazakhstan. And when you see and read her merits, you believe that she is a giant celebrity and giant lady, but then her picture catches your eyes and it's even difficult to imagine, to believe that she is the best interpreter and lawyer under 30 of 2019 according to the Forbes in Kazakhstan and Central Asia. And you may be scared to approach her when you read her CV. But now we are moving to our next slide. And I believe that Aygirim will be connected and I will pass the floor to her as soon as she's ready. And I will be very pleased to introduce her in person. And we will talk about our legal department. And afterwards, Aygirim will detail everything. Hello to everyone. This is Aygirim saying, I do welcome all our participants of today's webinar. And Dragosh is passing the floor to Aygirim Berikesheva, because the most important thing for any company is to be legally safe and have no challenges, legal challenges and violations. I'm passing the floor to our new head of the legal department. Aygirim, the floor is yours. Well, hello, dear friends. I do welcome all of you and my congratulations on the anniversary of our company and foundation. So the fund took a lot of steps for further development, and today the company is developing exponentially, and we are very pleased to cooperate with the fund. And late November last year we signed an agreement on delivery of services to the fund, and today we understand and realize clearly how powerful the new community is. So a few words about ourselves, who we are and how we work. So we have our own law company operating over 10 years, and we deliver services to large giant conglomerates in the CIS, US, and Europe and Asia as well. And the main expertise is corporate law, and accordingly, we have over 15 years of experience of our legal counsels, and our advisors have over 30 years experience. So we operate in contract law, corporate law, legalization, and entrance to market and exchanges. And accordingly, we would like to introduce our legal department, which is today composed of over 10 lawyers, those lawyers that specialize in different areas of law. Every lawyer is speaks two languages, Russian and English, and accordingly French, German, Czech, Chinese, and etc. And we are very pleased and excited that the fund has decided to work with us and trust us, because legal domain is a very important segment of any company's operation, and we are hopeful that we will meet your expectations. And moreover, to date, we managed to prove that we are the best in the market, which was acknowledged not only in the CIS territory, but in the USA. And we represent the interest of the fund NEEW in the territory of the US, Europe, and CIS. And we are hopeful that quite soon the market of Asia also will be conquered by this community. Well, overall, I would like to stress and say that what this great community is doing, and it is all supported by some legally safe documents and legally safe actions. And it means that you shouldn't be worried, because over one document there are about 10 legal counsels working hard, and we provide 24 hours support to our leaders, directors, and to our top leaders, and we find the best solutions to address the specific challenges. And we are hopeful that quite soon our legal department will be available online as well. So it will be accessible to all our partners and leaders to have direct access to us. As regards the further plans for the development of the company, we plan to introduce such tools as legal belt, and we are hopeful that all the actions will be ensured and guaranteed by the legal department. So another instrument we would like to introduce is the legal policy. So please refer to us, and we are hopeful that our knowledge and experience will be useful to address any challenges we may face. I see a lot of feedback, and I'm very excited to read them all. Thank you very much, and we are looking forward to meeting the expectations of everyone, our partners, investors, our leaders, top leaders, and top managers of the company. Hello to everyone. This is Maria Antonenko speaking. Thank you very much to Aigirim and to our previous speakers from Italy. Well, the team is really proficient and professional. This is my part to share with you our knowledge, our news. My name is Maria Antonenko, and in our company, I am responsible for the blockchain technologies and processes into the activities of the company NEEW. Please give me some indication of how well you can hear me. Thank you very much. You know that so far we had a tender to select a company that will prepare blockchain. On the 18th of February, we actually announced the call for proposal. On the 30th of March, we received the proposals of 6 companies. And on the 7th of March, a committee of 13 people, including members of the Presidential Council, selected the teams with the most points. So also we selected 2 winners. Nonetheless, 4 teams actually arrived to Moscow, and throughout this week, from the 16th of March to the 19th of March, we had a session, a round of technical meetings and negotiations. But unfortunately, one of top 2 teams who was selected as a winner failed to come, and we analyzed some details and we realized that this team was not so bright and perfect as in the presentation in their slides, but actually in the end this team didn't arrive to Moscow, didn't introduce their developers, and in the process of these negotiations from the 16th of March to the 19th of March, we actually selected a company from Belarus. Next slide, please. And on the 20th of March, this company started its work. We concluded an agreement, and on the 24th of March, the first nodes were launched on our servers in the internet, which were provided to these developers. On the 26th of March, we registered the domain names for our blockchain observer and our future exchange. And now I will do my best to display, to demonstrate to you 1-minute video of how nodes are unpacked on the server. And in the future, any participant of our community can install such a node on his PC or procure the desktop or the box version node. And my short video for you to understand it better, how it may look like and how it could be installed. A minute, please. I will share my screen for you to see it. So, dear friends, I shared my screen. A sec, please. I need to come back to our slides, to our presentation. So there is a question in the Russian-speaking chat, how an ordinary person can understand all this. Every Thursday, we make webinars on blockchain, on the fundamentals of the blockchain technologies. If you are a pensioner, you may not understand, and I can assure you that this is exclusively for experts, for those people who understand. But for you, this is simply the piece of news that we are working on creating and developing our own blockchain. And here in this slide, I would like to introduce to you our blockchain experts from Stanomium team. And now Alexey Muravyov or Alexey Solovyov, anyone from our developers, will actually share the observer of the blocks. This is the draft blueprint, the draft website we will use to enter our blockchain. This observer has been launched, and then it will be filled up with wallets, with our exchangers. And if these guys are connected, anyone, either Alexei or someone else, hello, can you hear me? Yes, we can hear you, but we can't see you. Now we can see you as well. So Alexei, please share this screen to see the observer of our blocks. Look, at the top, we have Explorer, Tomen, CC cryptocurrency. And so far, we launched our nodes, our blocks, and Alexei will share some more details. Well, look, I won't be long, I will be very short. During the 3-day negotiations and technical meeting in Moscow, we actually were instructed to develop the algorithm for our work to show periodically the stages of our work. Blockchain project was divided into 4 stages, and stage number 1, actually the goal for this stage is to at least show something, because blockchain development is such a thing which you've seen before. They are digits no one understands actually. And at this stage, we made a very simple blockchain explorer whereby you can enter the website and see that blockchain is launched, and then there will be an improved version of the blockchain, and you can actually enter blockchain through the mobile app, a mobile device, and the interface will be improved, but at least you can see how it operates. It has 4 sections: general information, blocks, where you can see how they are made, because all the transactions by nodes are written down into the blocks. There is a section transactions. For each transaction, you can select it and see some details. And look, now this is only a pilot, and therefore it may have some bugs, because we were asked to show you something. But next week, by the end of next week, we plan to finalize an important event, because everyone would like to see their tokens on blockchain, and then we will have this demonstration. Before that, you had tokens in Ethereum-based blockchain, but next week we actually plan to finalize the process of migration of your tokens. In your back offices, you will see a link to your personal account. By clicking this link, you will be able to go to this blockchain, to the page of your account in blockchain, where you will see recorded your tokens on the blockchain. And quite probably Maria afterwards will tell you about the general plans, but the next stage milestone for us is as such: the task for each of you to see finally your tokens on the live and operational blockchain. Thank you, Alexei, very much. Well, the work is really interesting, very creative. Now I will ask Alexei to stop sharing his screen, and our moderators, please turn back our slides, bring them back. Our next slide is our blockchain tokens. There will be 3 types of tokens. Many people phone me and ask, they don't understand how it will look like. Look, we will preserve our security token Cryptounit. We will introduce a new type of token, which is equal to $1. token equal to 1 USD, and we will introduce another utility token for our blockchain token. So this is our blockchain token in April. As blockchains, as Alexei said, our tokens will be migrated to blockchain. We will synchronize them in April. We will actually prepare a white paper, the technical description yellow paper for all the types of tokens. We will also publish a document, tokenomics. We have it already available. Now it is being translated into our working languages, 5 languages. And the Presidential Council needs to explore these tokenomics to approve this fundamental core document for our blockchain. As soon as it is cleared by the Presidential Council, then it will be announced, and I believe that during the summary webinar for April, you will learn, you will be shown this document, white paper and tokenomics, and we will also enjoy the migration of our tokens to blockchain. For all our partners, for our entire community, we can actually run a standalone webinar with blockchain developers. When you accumulate a huge list of questions, please write them down, and we will let the guys to prepare, and then we can set a separate 5-language webinar to discuss blockchain related questions. And now I'm passing the floor to our other panelists, members of the Presidential Council, and looking forward to meeting you again. So the floor is passed to Andrew Hawks.
Well, thank you very much for that, Maria. Guys, are you excited? I've got a pretty decent sized smile on my face. Just give me a plus in the chat if you can hear and see me.
I'm sorry, Baroni, Mr. Baroni is speaking at the moment. He's introducing you, Andrew. I'm sorry.
It would have been good to know.
Yeah, he just started. Okay, so the next speaker is our member of the Presidential Council. He is the president under the partnership program of the community, of the consumer community, NEEW. He's a certified Genius of Finance coach, Genius of Finance host, member of the World's Generals for Peace Association, sales and marketing specialist, entrepreneur, professional speaker, and a private investor. So I would like to also add a couple of words of my own. So he is a pure embodiment of all the energy that our project is bringing to people. So if you want to, for example, instead of calling him Andrew, you can call him the energy of the new program. So let me introduce you without further ado, Andrew Hawks.
You've rendered me speechless, Baroni. Thank you so much for that introduction, my friend. It means a lot to hear that from you. It really does. But guys, I started saying before, I've got the biggest smile on my face, and I've seen a lot of pluses. So I'm guessing you guys can all hear and see me. So the next question I have, out of 1 to 100, 100 being that you are not going to be able to sleep tonight, and 1 being meh. How do you feel about the information you've already heard this evening? Well, guys, I hate to disappoint you. Sit down, strap in, because the news is only getting better from here on in. Mark this day in your calendar, the 4th of April, 2020. There are lots of people stuck at home. There are lots of people looking for something different. And we have just introduced to you via Baroni, one of the most amazing promotions our company has put on. And there is more to come. There is much, much more to come. So as I said, strap in, sit down, get excited, because we're about to bring the noise. Right, so if we could go to the next slide. This evening, ladies and gentlemen, I get to speak about some more offers and promotions. As if our express promotion wasn't exciting enough, and it is, I'm incredibly excited. I've crunched the figures on that. I have crunched the figures on that. People will earn multiple six figures and more off the back of that. That promotion will create millionaires this year if they want to, if they choose, if people choose to move forward with it. It is such a powerful promotion, guys. Please see it for what it is, and just take advantage of it. Take it by the horns and ride it for all it's worth. If we could come to the next slide too, please, that would be great. Guys, as I said, we're just getting started this evening. Now, we know that the crew has been an amazing bonus, right? So we started off with 200 CRU that we were giving for registration, and then it went to 150. And guys, we listen to what the network is saying, and the network is saying, can we please extend that more? Well, we can't continue to give the same amount away. We can still continue to do the program. So as you'll see right there, we are still offering 100 CRU points for those people who register right up until, and of course, not to forget the 8 rules of the private investor, which is, it's our baseline course, guys. This is what our foundations are built on. You should be excited about that. This gives people the solid structure, if you like, the solid start, the solid base for them to move forward and build something so incredibly powerful that their great-grandchildren will be saying, thank you for the work you did now. So guys, strap in. As I said, 100 CRU points now right up until the end of April. So right through to the 30th of April, 2020. So make the most of that, guys. It's a great promotion that has brought a lot of new partners to our business. And now with the express promotion, think of that. Think about that for a second. With the express promotion and bringing people in with the 100 CRU, half your job's done. Half your job's done. All you've got to do now is convert those people to become agents. 5 of them, and you've got your first bonus. It doesn't get much simpler than that, guys. And you should be incredibly, incredibly excited, because I know I am. Now, if we could go to the next slide, that would be great as well. Your giddy ups, right? I see it there, Neil. Absolutely. Legacy reader, 100%. Here it is. Yep, no, this is the next one. This is the other one, guys. This is so cool. And I'm so privileged to be able to share this with everyone right now. So purchase any CRU EIP, so any EIP that has a CRU bonus with it from the 30th of March. So that's, guys, if you've already purchased them, you already qualify. But right up until the 15th of April, so we've got another 11 days to play with this promotion, and you will receive a 50% CRU bonus as a present. So this is for the first 10,000 payments. I think we said last night that it was actually going to be the first 10,000 people. So for any CRU EIP is considered from the, guys, hold on. No, I'm misreading it. This is up to the first one, 50% bonus. So if you've got a bonus, if you have an EIP that has 400 units, you'll receive an extra 200 units free. If you purchase an EIP that has 10,000 units, you'll receive an extra 5,000 CR units free. Give me a 10 in the chat if you think that's good. 5 not so much. Yeah, cool. So everyone's thinking that's pretty good. So it's the first 10,000 people, guys, by any CRU EIP, and the bonus of the 50% will be accrued from the 15th to the 20th of April. So if you don't see it in your account yet, that's okay. Just wait, have a little patience. Sometimes I'm not patient. I know I want things now. But guys, if we are patient, and what I've learned, if we are patient, so many more things come to us. So from the 15th to the 20th of April, they will be accrued in your back office. And guys, there's already been, since the 30th of March, there's already been 4,180 EIPs purchased. So there's only about 6,000 left. So think about that. In the last 5 days, almost half of those have gone. So be quick, get in, purchase your EIPs, that have CAU attached to it, and you will receive a 50% bonus. As I said, we're just getting started tonight. We've met some great people. Our legal team are on the ball. Baroni told us all about this great promotion. Dragos told us what we've achieved in March. We've just learned about our blockchain. Could things get any better? Honestly, can things get any better? What do you think? Yes or no? I love seeing the chats coming through. I think yes, 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 yes. Okay, I can't see any of the other rooms. I can only see what's going on in the English chat, and it is going ballistic in here, which is so cool to see. So guys, this is just another one of those great promotions for everyone. It really, really, really is. So if we could come to the next slide, we're going to start talking about something that I know there has been massive anticipation about, with good reason. Now, one of the questions I saw come up a little bit earlier was when people are inside the API, there's no $10 purchase for them at the moment. Maybe there's nothing they can find for just $10. So picture this. Imagine our VIP club's there, and they could make that VIP club purchase to get access to the CAU tab. And as a partner, as the first level they come in, it's only 10 units. Would that be a good idea? Would it be a good idea? Yes or no? Well, there it is. Yes. Okay, I'm getting a lot of yeses on this side. So I'm going to just make an assumption from the other chats that we're probably hearing something similar. So this VIP club, we're going to talk about the price or the fee of entry for each and every level. Now, guys, what hasn't been discussed a lot is what's going to happen with those members that aren't ready to come across as VIPs. That's okay. They're not going to be disadvantaged. They just won't get the marketing plan from the VIP membership. So if they've got people in their team that become a VIP member, they won't receive that income. They'll still receive commissions and everything from their EIPs, the same as they do now, just not from the VIP side. But let's start to have a look. Andre's going to share a whole heap more of what's going to be inside the VIP club, but I'm also going to share some just now. So if we could go to the next, oh, look at that. They preempted me. Perfect, perfect. So what does it mean to be a VIP club member? Well, aside from the fact that it is going to make it so much easier for you, our partners, to explain our business and grow it, there's a whole heap of other good stuff as well. So you're going to get massive discounts on educational courses by the Academy of Private Investor. So guys, when people first come to our website, the Academy of Private Investor, they'll see all of our courses available with no CAU available with it. Then, if they choose to become a VIP member, they'll get where they can see all the CAU that's available with it, plus discounts. Now, this is epic. Anywhere from 35 to 75% discount on the API courses, ladies and gentlemen. So think about the consulting courses, right? That we're talking about becoming an investment consultant. Those will be discounted for VIP club members. Of course, it is an elite club that is dedicated to our partners. We are rewarding the people that are loyal to our company. You're going to get the exclusive investment offers. What do I mean? Well, every time something new comes to the company, every time something new comes to the portfolio for people to be able to participate in, VIP club members will have first bite of the cherry. And I think they should do as well. They should be rewarded for being loyal. You should be rewarded for being loyal to our company. That's how we're going to grow. And ladies and gentlemen, I honestly believe we are at one of the most exciting, pivotal times in our company's history right now. We're witnessing something unprecedented on a global scale right now. And I can tell you, and I've said this within council chats and leadership calls, that I'm involved in another mastermind group that deal with all the high-level leaders throughout the multi-level marketing industry worldwide. And I can tell you right now, records are being broken by every company. And I'm going to make a bold statement. I believe that with the launch of this program, we will eclipse what those companies are doing. with sales and growth, because this right here is what people are looking for. This is a membership to a club, a private investors club that gives you the best opportunity for prosperity. Not selling potions and lotions, not that there's anything wrong with that, but actually giving sound advice, sound education, and a product that will back it up, that will actually bring prosperity to so many people. And I just think that's so cool. So exclusive offers in the massive network. Oh, this one here, guys. Massive network to attract customers to your business, 10 to 100 people daily. Now, what we're talking about here, I don't know if I can go into too much detail, but I can tell you it's incredibly excited. I'm incredibly excited. It's incredibly exciting. So what we're talking about here is literally a mechanism that will allow you to bring 10 to 100 people per day into your business. Now just stop and think about that for a second. I saw some questions come through before. There's what time does the VIP club start? We'll come back to that. So I lost my train of thought. Okay, I'll come back to it. 10 to 100% daily. Guys, the opportunity to participate in the CRU summary meetings. So if you want to know what is going on inside of your portfolio, inside of what's happening in the CRU program, what's going on with the blockchain, what nodes are available, that sort of thing, then you're going to want to be a VIP club member. Obviously, to participate in the exchange, you also need to be a club member. Right now, it's open to everyone, but once the club starts, it will be reduced just to the club members. Now, VIP, staking and mining. So guys, to be able to stake, which I'm sure Andre is going to talk about this evening, you have to be a VIP club member. And the benefits are so amazing, guys. But picture, you'll be able to tell people you're a member of a private investors club with access to the hottest deals. That alone will make it so much easier for you to market your business. Now, here's the one that you'll have already read it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Here is where you'll find out what your fee is going to be each and every month. Now, I've said before that it is graduated. Okay. I've said that every time that I've spoken about the VIP club. Now it's graduated. What does that mean? It means that the higher up in status you get in the company, the more you're going to pay each and every month. Now, let me tell you, this is 100% worth it because it does produce another income stream for you. And I'll share what I shared last night on a call. Now, if you're a partner, it's going to be 10 units a month. Cool. If you're a president, it's going to be 100 a month. If you're an agent, 20, consultant, 30, and so on and so forth. Now, they're not exactly 10s. Some of them jump by 15, some of them jump by 20. But those figures, has been a one-page created. I know because I created it. It will come out very, very soon. In fact, it'll likely come out this week after the announcement just here. But let me tell you, I've done a simulation. And, for the size of my structure, and what I anticipate it could be by the end of this year, off the back of this promotion that's going on right now, ladies and gentlemen, then we'll be leaving, if you don't become a member, if I didn't become a member, I'd be leaving $10,000 to $20,000 a month, $2,000 to $20,000 a month on the table. That's just for me personally. And I don't have that big a structure as far as I'm concerned. So there's nothing stopping each and every one of you going out with this express promotion, not only getting massive, massive bonuses from the promotion itself, which you can do, getting the extra commission through people purchasing EIPs, which they will. You're also going to be getting a further income stream from your VIP club membership. Now, the question that came up in here the other way was, when does it start? Guys, we were due to start very, very soon, in the next week or so. And I've always maintained that it was going to be down to our IT team, and they're doing an amazing job implementing everything with the blockchain. So we're juggling that to make sure that we can do everything at once. And Andre wants to make sure that we release the VIP club the same time as our staking. So we're still talking mid to late April. So we're still looking towards the end of this month. It's going to be awesome, guys. It's going to be epic. Give me a 10 if you're excited about the club. A 12. I like that too. The thing is, it goes so fast, I can't catch all the comments. It's amazing. Really, really good to see, guys. So I think, yep, it is 100%. So I know I'm incredibly excited. I know there's been so much exciting things to hear about this evening. Now, as I said, I started this discussion with make sure you mark this date on your calendar, the 4th of the 4th, 2020. It is going to be an auspicious date. There are over 3,000 people on this call this evening. So guys, we're growing every week on these webinars. We're growing. There's over 3,000 people here tonight. You have done an amazing job. You're all part and parcel. You're responsible for bringing those people here. So congratulations to you. It's not possible without the work that you're doing as well. So over 3,000 people here. Some amazing news already shared. I can sense the excitement of everyone else out there. I know I'm incredibly excited, as I said. But strap in, sit down, because the best is yet to come. I know that my newsfeed on Facebook is going to blow up after this webinar with what you're about to hear from this next gentleman. Now, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome this next person. He really doesn't need too much of an introduction, but we know he is the master of dream realization. We know he's a multidisciplinary investor with over 2 decades experience. He is the CEO and founder of the NEEW group of companies. Of course, he was awarded the Dove Peace Medal by the International Public Associations of Generals of World of Peace. He is the chairman of that council. He was in the top 10 outstanding leaders of Russia in the last millennium in the encyclopedia. If you haven't seen that, it's an amazing achievement. Of course, he was voted the best business coach and financial and investment personal development of 2018, according to Mellon-Rich Magazine and Finance Times Business Journal. So without any further delay, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome our CEO, Andre Havrato. Thank you so much for providing this opportunity for us all. The floor is yours, my friend.
Hello, dear friends. I'm very glad to be attending this webinar today. We are moving quite fast. It's been only 1 hour and a half, and I'll try to cover all the news that we have in a short time as well. This is sound check, guys, and video check. Put a score from 1 to 10 on the quality of the sound and video. Could you also give me a score from 1 to 100 of how excited you are about the news that you've just heard? Oh, someone has put 1 million. You know, guys, the promotions that you're going to hear about right now is quite a powerful thing that you're going to have right now is quite a powerful thing. We're now patching some of the rough spots in our operations. Today, you've already seen our representatives of our departments. You've seen the representative of our legal team. They're doing everything they can for us in the near future to launch our IPO and STO. Well, I guess maybe STO will come even sooner, and then we'll have the IPO. And I'm very glad that finally we have such professionals. You saw that Irina Berikesheva, our lawyer, she made it into the Kazakhstan's for young lawyers, but she has lots of experience and she has lots of partners. And I talked to one of them. He's quite a powerful person. He's been a lawyer in the 4th generation. He speaks fluently 4 or 5 languages, and he spoke Russian so fluently, so perfectly, that I was really amazed, because Russian was not his mother tongue. So he's quite strong people we now have on board helping us very soon. You know, when I compare our operations, and back in 2004, I read a book called Business is War and the Company is a State. And it was written by a military man, I think, an intelligence officer, because there are a lot of military tactics used there. ancient Chinese tactics and ancient Russian tactics, Osmanian Empire tactics, European empires like British Empire, the French, German, all those techniques and tactics of conquering areas. And our leadership corps is like a paratrooper battalion, which, takes over territories, so that the territories are not only conquered, but to preserve them, to keep them as well, to be able to generate the volumes that we need. And when in the warfare you take over a patch of land, you need to keep that land. The same in business. If you take over a certain market, certain country, you need everything to be cool and good. And by this, I mean proper legal and financial support and counseling. We need everything to be in the legal field. We need to be within the legality of it all. And now we have those people who will make sure that that's how it stays. Now we'll have a managing company for our assets, because we need to have decent managing company to manage our assets. And in autumn, on the 6-year anniversary of our company, we will have very good news about what's going to happen next year. And next year, on the 15th of September, we're going to have a 10-year anniversary of our online project called the Academy of a Private Investor. It was officially opened in February in 2011, but on the 15th of September, we had a ceremony, solemn ceremony of opening. So we had 700 people, the first students. So I'm very glad that we are moving forward energetically. And let's see what kind of steps we have been making so far. Let me share my screen. Now I've started sharing my screen. I will take all of your questions in the end, because we're going to have a Q&A section in the end. Guys, I'm not going to introduce myself again, because I've been introduced by Andrew. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for your coverage of our VIP club. Baroni had covered our promotion. So from the 9th to 12th Moscow time, the internal, on the 9th of March 2020 at 12 Moscow time, we finally launched our internal CRU exchange. Some of you complained that there is no liquidity, that your applications didn't go through. But guys, we're now in a testing mode internally. So when we finally launch it, will be smoothly operating. But some of our people already set up bots working on the exchange. I recently tried to submit 3 or 4 or 5 applications, and they've been submitted and met right away, because people have been using bots. Guys, I'm gonna disappoint you. Very soon, you won't be able to use bots anymore, because people who wanted to buy, they placed an order, and you could see all the buy orders. For 1 or 2 days, you'll still be able to use bots, but very soon we will set up the proper protection against it. So it means, guys, that already some of our partners are quite interested in doing it. When we'll launch a pure prototype of the proper exchange on our internal exchange, where you'll have the book order with the buy and sell orders in it, you will see quite a lot of interest. As soon as we launch it, hopefully in 1 month or 1.5 months, we will do it. You will see the level of interest shown by the traders. I guarantee that traders will be interested in it, because what's happening at the moment in the market and the global arena, you'll see how the world is developing and how we are developing. So we will have a guaranteed growth of our token, and traders will be able to participate in exchanges and be like guys that set up their bots. Traders won't be able to, of course, to use their bots. Will have a protection against it, but there will be a situation under which traders will be able to manually, not automatically, manually receive and earn quite good money. Quite a simple example for you. This week, starting from Monday, our spread is going to be -8 plus 17%. This is the spread for the next week that we set as regulators of our CRU point, which means the price will be from 0.138 to 0.1755. Remember, in March, the minimum cost price was 0.10. Now it's already 0.14. So for traders, it's a guaranteed income. So trading in such area, although it is a little bit of speculative market, but it's not speculative in the world where the real speculation occurs, like in Forex when you are trading in foreign currency pairs or other markets with options and futures, delivery futures, or derivatives of the market. Here, a person can have a guaranteed opportunity to earn if they participate in the sale and purchase. So I have quite a good experience in trading since 2004. I've been quite passive then. In 2009 until 2014, I was quite an active trader, and I traded according to different strategies. One of the strategies was a scalping strategy, when in 1 second you can make a couple of transactions. You have a special button on your computer, and when you hold it, you are buying. When you release it, you sell it. It's just, this is scalping method, you know, when in 1 minute you can make 10 transactions. Short-term, mid-term, long-term transactions. Forex market, stock market, options market, futures market, indexes, etc., etc. So being an experienced trader, I can tell you the following. And one more thing, I also have experience in foreign currency exchange since early 90s. One of my experience, I had a personal story when I was going to the sailors school in Murmansk. It was in 1992. I also, you know, traded foreign currency, and I had 25 rubles. That was my starting capital, which cost $1 back then. From 25 rubles, I generated $100 in weekly turnover. So my next experience of making big money from small money was in 1995. I was doing food product business, and we invested, my partner and I invested $700, and 1 year and a half later, we had almost $1 million worth of goods. And we started from $1,400 for two of us, because we sold and purchased. So when I went to the foreign currency market, it was a revelation for me. So I still have some recordings of my lessons that I gave back in the day. It is outdated, but the technicalities, the foundations, fundamentals are the same here. Well, those classes were for our Russian-speaking audience, but for the VIP Club members, we will have trading classes in stock market, in futures, options markets, in foreign currency markets, translated in English as well, and other working languages as well. Okay, they told me to be talking closer to the microphone. So what is the... Okay. So what's unique about being a trader or trading? When someone wants to sell at 13 cents, and I, as a trader, buy at 13 cents, and then someone wants to buy at 15 cents. And in literally 1 minute or 2 minutes, I can sell at that price, something that I bought at 13 cents. So let's do some math here. I bought at 13 cents and sold at 15 cents. So let's see how much percent is it. It is. So let me do it. So who can tell me how much percent it is? Because I calculated on my calculator. I want to see whether you did it as well. So guy, let me. Someone says, well, to be precise, is 15.38 from one transaction. Imagine you have 3, 4, 5 transactions. So a person with 100 units or 1,000 units, you can in 1 week make 1,000 from 100. And if your starting capital is 1,000, you can make 10,000 in a very short period of time, provided there is liquidity. For traders, this is the golden time. Traders will love us, and you can imagine how much they're gonna love us, and they will ensure our liquidity as well. So, dear friends, maybe you might not have a clear understanding of what we did here, but I urge you to learn, to look into investing. You are buying EAPs and you have like platinum material there. Knowledge accumulated over years, which will make out of you a person who will become a golden person. What I mean by a golden person, when you anything that you touch turns into gold. That's what I mean, like a Midas hand. And you might have not understood it right away. Like, why did you set it up? I can't do my exchange, etc. Well, guys, you want to sell because you need money right away. So we introduced one change that we're going to introduce another minor change in order for traders, well, speculators. We're creating interest for them. They're going to ensure our liquidity and movement and flow, cash flow. I just showed you one example. You make 5 transactions and you get 100% turnover in 1 day. So look into trading courses, either our courses that are included in our EIPs, the fundamentals of trading in the foreign currency market, in stock market, the fundamentals. Well, you don't not necessarily need to look into like specific details, but at least the fundamentals. Go and see. So in the next half a year, we will set up the correct logic of market making and trading, and to attract lots of traders who will buy from you in order to make an earning. So let's move on to the next news. Staking. It will be developed, I guess launched, hopefully at the same time with the launch of the DVP Club at the latest on the 1st of May. But most probably it can be launched already as early as on the 15th of April. We'll introduce it. So what does it mean? So why people would buy released CRU points? So why would they need them? Because they can already earn those things. So you will see the pace of our growth this year. So if you stake your release CRU points for 24 months, you will receive CRU points for that. And as soon per month, and as soon as our blockchain is launched and we have a utility token, all those percentages will be received in that token. So again, I warn you, telling you this in advance. Before we introduce our blockchain and token, which is not gonna be produced by this blockchain's utility token, and there will be a limited number of them. So our utility token growth potential will be quite huge. Of course, it won't be the same. It won't have the same potential growth as Bitcoin because there is only 21 million Bitcoins, and we're gonna have many more. But in the next 100 years, our growth potential is gonna be much higher than the Bitcoin's growth potential. But this is for 100 years. So why it is profitable for a person to buy released CRU points? Because you can get a 1.8% per month of CRU points if you stake it for 12 months. And in view of the growth that we plan to have, a person will get even more funds. And if traders join in here, then part of the money will be put on staking, guaranteed. So staking is like a prototype that can be compared to a deposit and a bank deposit. So we call it a depot account, which is very, very much similar to a deposit account in a bank. So we're gonna run the analysis. But I have a question for you guys, for all of you. Who would like to put their released CRU points on a depot account? Do we have such people already? Okay. I see we have them. So what will it give us? Again, we're talking about the correct logic of capitalization and growth of our token. What it's gonna give us? The fewer released tokens in the market, the higher is the demand for this token or shares. Doesn't mean whether it's a token or it's a share, a stock. So the fewer you have them in the market, the higher is the demand. So let me give you an example of Lucky Coffee. They opened 1,000 restaurants in 1 year, and they went to NASDAQ with a capitalization of $5 billion. So when we entered Sushi Master, Alex Yanovsky, the owner, has similar plans. He wants to have 2,000 restaurants in 2 years. We would like to open 1,000 in the next 2 years. So we'll get 50% of that at least for them. So what's the secret of Lucky Coffee and why they have the capitalization of 8 billion even before February, the 1st of February? Now we need to see the updated information, but I don't think they declined too much because they're focusing on home deliveries. So what's their peculiarity here? The stocks in the market are very few and far in between. So if you take all these stocks and put them on the market, then of course the company will cost very little. The same situation is with many instruments, even with the cryptocurrency market. Many people are trying to think of something to not to make people sell their stocks. So the tokens or the stocks of the company will grow the price because it is not being sold. And we already have a strategy. We have a loyalty program bonus and the Profi bonus program. It's a basic unconditional income. It's a part of the profits paid out to our partners of the revenues that our company received. We've already paid it. This year, we'll see what will be the figure. So we have some interruptions. Okay, the growth potential here is quite big. So people that we're talking to right now. So just let me give you an example of the current situation. The current situation is not, let's be honest, marvelous. And many people are asking me this question, and I'm going to make a recording, shoot a video about it. But I can tell you right away too. So what's going to happen? Are we going to have chipization, or what else they're going to do for us? But guys, we are living in a golden time. Let's say we are living in a revolution transition when the financial world the powers are being reallocated. So those financial emperors that have been aggressively governing this world, and if you go back into history and look what was 100 years ago, several empires fell down, destroyed. The Russian Empire, the German Empire, Ottoman Empire, Australian Empire, Austrian Empire, I'm sorry, Chinese Empire. So those are all the empires that were destroyed. So we are living in the time of world remaking of the world order, and things, empires that have been built for hundreds of years were destroyed in a matter of a couple of years by revolutionaries, because the people on the bottom didn't want to live according to the old world order, and people on the top didn't want to change anything. So over the last 100 years, nothing really changed, because the emperors and kings have been removed, bourgeoisie has been removed. But in 100 years, we still have financial emperors. We now have financial emperors who would like to rule this world more and more, and they are insatiable. There is a very good movie about money. There is some bad language used there, but this is a very good movie nevertheless. And now the financial world is being remade. And I hope that this remaking will eventually lead to the fact that the central banks will belong not to a clique, well, let's call them not the groups of alliances of financial emperors who rule the world, but eventually the central banks will belong to the peoples of those countries. Because we're witnessing quite interesting times here. And the reason I'm saying that we live in interesting times is because we're living in the times of changes. And in the times of changes, people who have brains, who have good potential, have more opportunities. So, and why I'm talking about staking. There are a lot of people today who have money, but in the near future, they're gonna eat them through. They're gonna waste them, because 65, well, more than 50% of entrepreneurs in the world today are at a standstill, impasse. They're in a very critical situation, especially if we're talking about the offline products like health projects, beauty projects. We're talking about the multi-level marketing here, guys. Physical products or other commodities, goods that are produced in China and have to be delivered to the United States, to Russia, etc. So because of the lockdown that we have, many entrepreneurs will witness fiasco, will fail as businessmen. And there is a risk, huge risk, that they won't survive. So it all depends on your brain here, on the way you think. Let me give you a story. In the times of the American Great Depression, 1929, so in 1929, a guy had certain carts with hot dogs. And all of a sudden, his son came to him and said, "Dad, we're living difficult times. People don't have money. They won't have money to pay for food." So the crisis has set in our country, the Great Depression. And his dad, instead of making even more carts with hot dogs, he closed down his business because his son told him that people don't have money. So imagine what's happening now. The situation is very similar. The recession will, I think, persist for 2, 3, 4 years. And if you plant in your brain incorrect information, you will have bad harvest, trees. So because our brain can be compared to a kitchen garden, and if you do not take care of your kitchen garden, there will be weed growing there, like bad grass. And people are now exposed to this negativity on TV, radio, the internet. No matter where you go, no matter where you read about this virus, coronavirus, but I already mentioned it on several occasions. I think it's more, to a bigger extent, an information virus, because a lot of processes can be visualized very quickly in the times of dense energy. If you want to get a quick result, no matter if it's a positive or negative result, if you think about it, you get it very fast. Since 2012, when our planet entered a certain energy state, so-called fourth dimension, fifth dimension, when the thoughts are materialized very quickly. So that's why I call it information virus. There is a fairy tale about Merlin. Watch it with your kids today. It was Morgana and Merlin. So this witch Morgana told everyone, and then she came in and said, "I will be the one in charge." And the protagonist and his friends said, "No, you won't, because we're gonna forget about you." And she said, "Stop, I'm gonna bewitch you, etc." And they said, "No, you won't, because we are gonna not take any notice of you and forget you." That's what we should do as well. For the last 2 days, I have been feeling the pure energy. I have this internal feeling that purification occurred. Today is a very good day. We will further purify the processes in our company, and it might affect the entire world, because 3,000 people at the same time who are present here, this webinar, are doing it. And what if we have 1 million or 2 million thinking only positive thoughts, only about prosperity, everyone being healthy and rich, that we're a big, friendly family. The entire world is a family, because it doesn't matter where you live. We are citizens of this planet. We are all earthlings. And if we treat each other positively, in a good way, and if we irradiate goodness and friendliness, then it will be like a heat wave, coming from a bomb. But a bomb heat wave destroys everything, neutralizes everything. In our case, it's a positive heat wave, a heat wave coming from millions of people, a heat wave full of goodness and positive energy. And this heat wave will purify all the negativity and all the impurities. It will be a planet scale purification. This is called the energy information practices. And we're gonna have together today a very interesting moment. We will meditate and set you on the path of pure energies. So what I was saying, that we have lots of people who will in the near future waste their money. In our case, they can invest their money, preserve and multiply it. So the main principle of preservation and multiplication can be implemented to the best degree in our company. Let's move on to our reports, financials here. So we will have open meetings for everyone, for all partners. You will hear about the monthly report on the company's work, news and promotions, plans for the next months, and upcoming events. And we're going to have closed summary meetings on the 11th of April for consultants and higher, and for the clients who paid for EAPs at 1,000 and higher. So we're going to have summary webinar on the Cryptounit program. We'll have a report on the work of the global investment portfolio. It will be available only for consultants and above, and for clients who purchase EAPs in the API or crew accounts for over 1,000 units. Because we will already have our clients, our investors, who before getting the link, they will not be able to get that link unless they sign the NDA, the non-disclosure agreement, because some of the documents that we're gonna show can be shown only to investors, and it cannot be in the public domain. And if we see violations, infringements, we're gonna punish those partners. At first, we block your back office. You can see everything, but you won't be able to do anything unless you rectify your wrongdoings and send us a letter saying that you won't do it anymore. If you repeat your offense, we're gonna block your back office and make some internal investigation. Because if you agree to the NDA, you cannot disclose the information that we're gonna provide during our closed summary meetings and disseminate that information, because we signed certain documents with our auditing companies that gave us this documentation, because this information is for our investors' eyes only. So we'll have a summary report on our global investment portfolio for consultants and higher, and for clients who purchased EAPs in the Academy of a Private Investor or in the CRU back offices for over 1,000 units. In summer, this threshold will be higher than 1,000 units. Let's take a look at our CRU portfolio. So 51 million. Next slide, please. We purchased assets 51 million's worth. Of course, this portfolio is not yet balanced the way we want it to have, but we have been investing for the last 5 years in some of the projects. We started investing our revenues. So from the beginning of the Cryptounit program, we did have money. We started with $12 million. So we had the assets worth $12 million, okay? That's what we started with. So we have investments worth 51,082,110 units. We have 18 million units invested in Skyway Innovative Technologies in the gold sector. So we have several gold projects, and we were going to show you on our closed meeting the specific projects. We have a project in Africa, 2 trading companies, and a Russian company, which is the Ural Gold. It's a Russian project. Then we have 920,000 invested in culture. Very soon, we're going to have a report produced by our partner, Nurlan Mamakeyev, Amalgama company. It's our partner with whom we are opening a company, a film making company. Because when people hear that we invest in culture, they think that we're only interested in films. No, we entered this company in order to be a co-owner in the film making company. Well, there are several reasons why. Because culture yields quite a good profit, and if you work with the correct partners, profits will always be there. So we are talking about 2 movies for the Chinese and Indian markets, and the TV series The Miners, the 9th episode now. And this TV series has been ordered by several services now. And we made a contract that the title, the Miners, we're gonna have one season, then the 2nd season, the 3rd season that we're gonna add there, thanks to our partner, several famous personalities. Since it's a Russian TV series, we'll have Russian famous actors, and then gradually we're gonna engage foreign actors as well, like Indian, Chinese, someone from the United States. We'll see. So this is the money that we invested so far. As far as the financial and crypto markets are concerned, we invested 4.194 million units. Shikart, it's an application to work with entrepreneurs and to attract entrepreneurs to our ranks, 4.2 million. We invested 2.27 into real estate. Sushi Master is 3.6 million. Stock markets, 2.8. And by the way, Sushi Master, it's a franchise business. And in some countries, we have 100% franchise. Then Bethel Technologies, 1.7 million. Diamond Production is 1.01 million. So we have a video. And I would like, Marina, could you please send all those videos the reporting videos that we have, the interviews that we've taken from all the representatives of those businesses, the Basalt, the Diamond Production, Kit Marvel, the Sculpture Project. Sushi Master will also have a video. Could you please send the links to our partners? So make like a selection of videos so that people could watch it and look into it. So you can see 26% is the share of gold here. 35% is the innovative transportation technology Skyway. Then we have diamonds 8%, 8% Sushi Masters. Then the crypto market is 8%, and financial market Shicard is 7%, and then 1.7% is real estate, and 5% is real estate. I'm sorry. So those are the money. This is the money that we've invested so far, and even with the current structure, if out of the how many projects, and those are like areas, sectors of investment market, but we have different projects inside the area. Like in gold we have 5, in culture we have 2 projects, in crypto markets we have different instruments, in real estate we have 4 projects for real estate items. So remember one important thing is the thinking, the mindset of a professional investor. A professional investor always invests at least in 10 projects, 10 instruments, 10 investment items. And if 9 of them show a loss and 1 of them shows a profit, which will cover all the losses and will yield a super return on investment, then the investor is a successful investor. You can never have a positive result on all of your investments. In the world of investments, it's impossible. Some of the instruments will show a negative result, like stock exchange, financial market. Some of the instruments will show a very good yield, like innovative projects or high-tech technologies, know-how. So the balance here, and what's unique about venture investors, that they always invested in 10 projects, 10 instruments, and some of them always take off. We're not quite a venture investing fund, because we have the real sector of economy, we have speculative market like stock market, financial market, we have venture markets as well, equity participation in businesses. So in this regard, yes, within the next year, we're gonna balance it out. So what I mean by a balanced portfolio, it's a portfolio which, even in the worst case scenario, when 95% of tools show a negative performance, negative results, then the remaining 5% will yield an insane return, which will cover our losses and yield a big plus. On the next slide, you're gonna see what's happening. At the moment, we have 51 million invested so far in our portfolio. I'm talking about the entire period of our investing activities. At the moment, the value of our portfolio is 404,700,000. So guys, we're talking about the asset growth here, not the pure revenues that we can have from our liquid assets. For example, if we have Sushi Master, we have revenues. If we have a financial instruments from the stock market, cryptocurrency market, and if they are traded, those instruments, we can have either a revenue or a loss. If, for example, tomorrow we're gonna have a supermarket chain, and if we have lots of supermarkets in different countries, then we're gonna have a revenue, which is called like income. But if we take a look at Sushi Master, there is a unique thing here. The restaurant that we have in Minsk, that we invested $250,000, it's like a restaurant, an image-making restaurant, so people can go there, taste sushi. We invested $250,000. But the revenues that they are yielding and the capitalization, it already cost $400,000. We haven't yet calculated the capitalization. When we have the proper audit of it, we'll see the exact amount. When we're gonna invest in other Sushi Master restaurants from $70,000 to $100,000, as soon as they work for 6 months and starting showing a profit. So based on the profits, we can calculate the profitability of the company, of the restaurant. Well, some restaurants will yield one kind of profits, other restaurants will yield other kind of profits. The restaurants that we invested $100,000, this business, one restaurant alone can cost 3-4 times more than the original investment. And that's based on the revenues and the capitalization growth. So when we're considering different proposals, investment projects, we are looking at capitalization and we're looking at the profitability over time. So many people tell me, Andre, why don't we still have profits? Well, first, in the liquid assets, we have fewer instruments that we plan to, because we need to have at least 20-25% of assets in liquid assets. Unfortunately, at the moment, only a small part out of our entire portfolio is in liquid assets. That's why the revenues are small. At the same time, we're now building the market, and the profits will grow. And I'll show you how it's gonna grow based on our historical data. So let's take a look here. ITT Skyway. So let's take a look. We invested 18 million. But 65 million is based on the price of those stocks that we have currently. And some of you might say it's not liquid commodity, liquid stocks. Yes, not liquid for physical individuals. For us as a fund, it is quite a liquid instrument that we can always sell, but we're not gonna sell it. We're gonna build and participate in the building projects because we have agreements with the Skyway company, and we're gonna implement targeted projects because we would like to focus on targeted projects. Because we can see what's happening right now today. So most probably in future, because many companies will most probably, because of the recession and the crisis that has come, nobody knows what's going to happen. Most probably conventional companies like transportation companies will be at a standstill, will fold, or will generate very little volumes. And the promises, the perspectives of the development of innovative transportation systems. And we're not talking about Skyway only here, because there are a number of other interesting projects in the area of innovative transportation technologies. We're going to do our due diligence, of course. We're going to have agreement sites. That's something that I dreamt about in 1998 when I came into the network marketing. Real estate, 5 million units. So this is the money that we invested. Again, people are saying that you can't sell it. Well, we purchased it at one price, and if we sell it today, we'll get at least 5 million. Gold, it is 310 million. It's 76.8 out of entire portfolio. So it used to be 20-something% when we invested. And now, thanks to our partners, Euro Gold, the capitalization is much, much higher, because there were some delays from our partner side, from our side, but nevertheless, this is what we have. In our reporting minutes, we're going to show you some documentation, some videos, pictures, etc. Sushi Master, 6.8 million. Culture, 925,000. Stock markets, it's 53,000. Financial and crypto markets in 1 million. Innovative Basel Technologies, 1.7. Shicard, 4.9. Diamond Production, 1.2. Balance sheet funds, it's 8.1 million. We left the stock market in January, so we still have balance sheet funds in some of the companies. We are gradually withdrawing that money and redirecting it into different other projects. So let's see, the share asset growth over 12 months was 692 months, which is on average is 57.7% per month. Just think about it. And I'm going to show you next slide for you to understand in comparison what it means. The growth over 1 month in March was 6.6%. In crisis time, the value of our listed assets is liquid assets is 3.6 million, but the profits from January, February, March is 175,000, which is 3.76% over 3 months, or 1.25% per month. The profit from the liquid assets was 1,200,000. Profit over 12 months was 33.47%, which is 2.78% per month. And we haven't yet started working with the professional market managing companies and traders. And that's what we're gonna do in the near future. We're gonna engage. We're gonna launch a tender, call for biddings from managing companies and traders who work in brokerage companies. So even when the market is in decline, they still can make a profit from selling short. So we'll see what's going to happen in April, May, and what kind of forecasts can be made, predictions. By then, I think we'll have professional managing companies managing our assets, and traders. We will have a tender and we'll pick best traders. We had only one trader, and this was not the correct move on our side. I guess it was entirely incorrect move, because we need at least 10 traders to be managing that much money. What profit from liquid assets from the investment amount of the whole portfolio was 2.35% over 12 months, which is much higher than the biggest corporations and companies making a year today. So it's at the level of the big players. So we're not a small corporation either, because it was 1.19% per month. So dear friends, those who are not savvy at those things, or who think that if we have 692% why capital growth, I'm sorry, why the company doesn't give the bonus profit. Guys, this is the capital growth. For the company to be able to give the bonus profit from the company that yields such growth, we need to sell part of it. But today it is not profitable for us to sell it, and there is no reason to sell it, because we want to move forward. So this is the capital growth that should not be sold. This is not profit. And the profit from the liquid assets or from the instruments, we have now 37 restaurants, and by the end of April, we're gonna decide how we're gonna move forward, and we have more restaurants to be opened. That's when we're gonna have profit, and that profit will be, of course, reallocated across our partners based on the voting results. So dear friends, I would like to show you one more slide for you to understand how powerful a company we are. And when I say that we are one of the successful companies, no, we are the only company today who did this. Look at the slide. And you can compare it with all other companies. On the 30th of March, you can see the global economy, and the same period from the 30th of March 2019 to the 31st of March 2020. What the global economy has now: quarantine or lockdown, isolation, unrest, fears. The world economy is in chaos. Production decline. Businesses are shutting down. 2.5 billion are potentially unemployed. Economic collapse or economic collapse for 2, 4, 6, 8 years. Who knows? It took post-Soviet countries to recover 10 years after the collapse of the USSR. So from 1992 until 2002, it took us 10 years to reach rock bottom. How long this recession is gonna last, nobody knows, because the financial system is being remade, recoded. How long it's gonna take, nobody knows. And Dow Jones Index, I use Dow Jones Index, but you can go to NASDAQ, to New York Exchange, Japanese Exchange, Russian Exchange. You'll see the same exact picture. And look at our situation. Work in isolation from lockdown at home, business as usual for us. That's how I've been working since 2011 for 4 years in the Academy of Private investor. Then we've been supporting Skyway, but we've been working from home, because when people are asking now, how can you work in such situation? This is business as usual for us. No matter where you go, who you work with, you can do it from home. In our company, you can learn how to work from home and how to develop from home. Second important bullet point, it's a golden time for partners of the new economic evolution of the world consumer community, because 1.5, 2.5 billion people are potentially our partners. If 65% of entrepreneurs worldwide, and yesterday Armand Mourniers gave me some data over the phone call, in the United States, they thought that 1.5 billion will be left jobless in 1 week, and the unemployment, and 6 million people submitted for unemployment benefits. So it is expected that around 12, 15 billion people within the next months will submit applications for unemployment benefits. So dear friends, let's be honest here. We have the best indicators, performance so far, and we have the best experience. Since 2011, I, as the CEO of the company, have experience working from home, remote work. In February, we launched Week, and only half a year later, we have our first offline meeting with our partners. We've been working for half a year online. We are 100% internet-based company, showing insane performance. Just look at what we've achieved in 5-year time. The economic growth of the new consumer community enterprises will be just incredible. There is a huge choice of different selection of different investment proposals, and we can select and support entrepreneurs. Well, the globalists printed $6 trillion, and I said it to my presidential council. They now printed almost $6 trillion. They already gave $2 trillion to global companies. And what I see in this, they printed money for those who become professionals with us. I know how to take away part of that money. Well, not maybe all of the 6 trillion, not billion. 2 trillion has already been given away, and 4 is still retained. So when that money hit the market, we know how to take that money. On Monday, we're gonna have a training when I'm gonna have a topic on the philosophy of sales. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't know it. One of my first companies that I worked in, I became the best seller out of 160,000 people in 1 year. So I'm gonna cover on our Monday's marathon session the topic of the philosophy of sales. So what it's all about being a salesperson. A salesperson is never going to be poor. A salesperson is always gonna have money. And understanding the philosophy of a salesperson pushes you towards becoming a professional salesperson. So I would like our team to have at least 15-20% of professional sellers, salespeople. Then we'll be able to find a big number of investment proposals. And those guys who printed $6 trillion in order to buy the entire world at a cheap price in 6 months, we will provide partnership, collaboration, and using the network growth that we plan to have, we're gonna give partners to any company. This is what is a really important resource today, human resources. And we have 1,320,000 people. So we have more than 800 new people since the 800,000 people, new people since the launch of our Cryptounit program. And a clear, beautiful future. Compare the graph, the diagram on the left and on the right. I would like to have some feedback from you guys here. So if you're watching us on YouTube, guys, I would like to have your feedback on this specific slide. Could you give me your realizations after you saw the comparison? Someone thought that I disappeared there for a moment. No, I did not. Someone says, let's act. It's a bomb. Thanks for the hope. What about your feelings? What about your emotions, realizations? Someone says we are at the right place, right time. Incredible. Progress is obvious. You see, the entire world is collapsing. Nobody knows what's going to happen. And here, we are prepared. We are forewarned, forearmed. We've been preparing for this crisis since 2012. Oh, sorry, 2018. We've been preparing for it in 2018. And now, when it's finally hit us, we are forewarned and forearmed on all fronts. We launched our marathon on the 2nd of February. The reason why we're launching this promotion is for you, consultants, managers, to be making such decent money that you can't even imagine. One person recently wrote me from Kazakhstan, said, Andrei, money is gonna have no meaning very soon, and he sent me a fake picture of Italians throwing cash out into the street when people are dying and there is no food on their table. Dear friends, money is a means of exchange, and it will exist always. Someone says that there will be no cash. Yes, maybe there will be no cash in the future, but I can assure you that there will be cash in this form or another. But there will be a system of exchange. Any unit, any currency unit, a dollar, a ruble, an Australian dollar, euro, Indian rupee, Chinese yuan, it's Brazilian peso, if I'm not mistaken, Colombian bolivar. So what's the currency in Colombia? Mexican peso. This is a unit, a measure in the system of exchange. So I urge you to watch my video that I recorded for the opening of the Cryptounit program, what an interchange system is. It's a system of exchange among users. And in this system, there should be a unit of exchange. Moreover, when you have it, because there are different units of exchange, maybe in future there will be a corporate unit exchange unit, then they maybe will switch on to the private exchange units. That's why blockchain is developing so well, and it will develop in future as well, because today when people are selling, how are we gonna live when the borders shut down, closed down? But guys, that's why we are launching our blockchain. Hopefully in May, June, we're gonna have our own token, and we won't care about the borders being closed down. We'll continue as working as we did before. We're gonna exchange data. We're gonna exchange maybe some of the financial machinations, some of the there will be unclear cash flows between countries, but we have a very clear-cut financial plan which has been in existence for 3-4 years, and I'm going to talk about it on the 11th of April. So when the borders are closed down for 3, 4, 5 years, this is like manna from the sky, from the heavens for us. It's like a golden rain from like gold coins falling from on us from the sky, because there will be no competitors for us whatsoever. With the borders open, there might have been competitors, but with the borders closed, we will be the only one in the market that will do what we are planning to do. And this is all to our benefit. So that's what we did in 1 year alone. We are growing and are showing very good growth. So if we take assets, if invested only in the stock market like Dow Jones in on the 30th of March 2019, you see there is a decline. Yet we are growing. We've grown in the last 1.5 months. Let's move on. So why our CRU token price is going to grow, and then the utility token based on our blockchain. So how the price is, what is the pricing today? The value of the assets is 404 million. For the next 5 years, sell it. So the rest of them will want to go to the staking, and you could, you can either sell them or use them for staking. Мне кажется, мы зависли. Появилось. So every day we will have the assets, which are the formulas that you can use to calculate the pricing is as follows. You take the value of the assets, which is 404 million, and divide it by the number of released CRU points. Well, the current value, if you see it in our back office, is around 0.15 cents. So we have underestimated CRU point by at least 26 times, by a factor of 26. So let me take for example, Apple company, which capitalization of which was almost 1.1 trillion. So the Apple has only 150 billion true balance assets on the balance. Yet the capitalization was estimated at 1.1 trillion, but the assets on the balance were only 150 billion worth. But there are also investment assets that you can sell and get your money back. So, and if they do it, they get only 50 billion. So if you divide 1.1 trillion by 50 billion, you will see how much oversold Apple is, because not all of the shares of Apple are in the market. Part of the shares are still retained, because when we launch our IPO, I guess from 20 to 25% of the shares will be in the market, because if you buy 25% and one vote, then it's already a blocking package, and many companies do not want to put all of the shares in the market, from 5 to 25% usually. Well, on average, it's 15% are put in the market. So the same logic that I've covered so far for the released CRU tokens, we have from 100 million to 500 million released CRU points. So, and you can see the math, that the actual value should have been $4.4 per CRU. Yet the price that you see in the back office is 0.15. It's a difference of 20 by a factor of 26. That's why I'm saying that this is the golden time, and I will show you also the table to prove it. So, how will the price be formed? Our plans. On the condition that there will be 10 million users and 1 million entrepreneurs. That's the premise here. So we're gonna have our legal department working on it in order for us to be able to make this token, as Maria said. At the moment, it's a token point in our back office, but in essence, it is our future security token that we wanted to have an STO for in October last year. Of course, we want to have it an STO token, but not just an STO and then don't know what to do with it, because none of the exchanges today is going to accept an STO for trading. It should be a brokerage exchange. That's why most exchanges do not take those tokens, STO tokens, for trading. And from FINMA and SEC, there was a statement that tokens that are backed by assets are security. tokens and need to go to the entire procedure of FEMA and Securities Exchange Commission. So there is no exchange that trades STO tokens. And the only promise perspective for any STO token today is to go to NASDAQ, for the company to go to NASDAQ and turn STO tokens into shares. Then why would we go through such a lengthy procedure? We're going to have taken a different path. So we're now negotiating with, and you know that we've invested into a bank last year, Megan, the 3 brokerage companies. And so guys used our money, opened up, and they do not want us to be involved in the management. So we'll think whether we're gonna demand our money back, and that's what we're doing, or give us the control of the assets, of the things that they used to use our money to buy. But nevertheless, we're still moving towards having our own brokers in 3 big territories, such as the United States, Europe, and Russia, India as well, then other countries. So 3 or 4 brokers. And then today we have a light version of payment systems that can work as an e-bank. And our legal department is working on it as well. But because of the delays of the lockdown, we planned it to have in April to have the documents for the company and prepare to receive the license for the payment system, payment gateway. And it could be extended to having an e-bank, like electronic bank. That's what we're going for as well. So then our CRU will be evaluated even at a higher price. But why in October, December, we're going to have such price? So under the condition that we will have 10 million users, 1 million entrepreneurs, it's subject to, okay? Then by that time, we're going to have 15, 20 billion allocated CRU points. And on the condition that the first item is met, we would like to have $10 billion worth of sales, $4 billion invested in asset purchases, $1 billion of liquid assets, which would yield a profit of 1 to 2% per month, which is $1 to $20 billion per month. And here we also include Sushi Master, restaurant chain, and we would like to be involved in the food product business as well. So it's one of the sectors or areas that have always been on our agenda, and we'll try to implement it. Also, we'll work with entrepreneurs through SheCard. Item 4, an EAP purchased for 1,000 units today will yield over 100% profit and over 300% capital growth by the end of the year, a minimum. Item 5, released CRU points will be from 1 billion to 8 billion. We're talking about the released CRU points put in the market, because the entire amount of released CRU points will have 15 to 20 billion allocated CRU points, and released from 1 billion to 8 billion, yet those who would like to sell will be only from 100 to 400 billion CRUs. And the price calculation formula is as follows. So 4 billion divided by 4 or 100 million CRU points that people will be willing to sell, and you get, you see, $10 to $40 per one CRU. So this is the golden time for traders with our CRU. So the conclusion is as follows. 2020 is the best year for those who want to create assets and have a continuously growing income quickly and securely. So we take 2 markets, the market of the multi-level business, where we are going to be the best company in preparing or training leadership core, and the market of investment or investing in the area of know-how, venture investing, high-tech investing, with the aim to support entrepreneurial class. So those are two markets that will generate huge income from small money, because we can use small money and have a huge return on it. On the 11th, I'm going to show you a specific example of it. So our goal this year, Sushi Master, we wanted to invest 15 million units in Sushi Master chain. And this objective still persists. It's going to be 250 Sushi Master restaurants in different countries of the world that we are now looking into. Not only Belarus, Kazakhstan, Russia, but also we're looking into India, because there is a huge demand there, South Africa, Vietnam, they also mentioned, the United States, I think, most probably will make home deliveries there. So let me give this example alone, because they are focused on home deliveries. 70% of Sushi Master volumes sales volumes is based on home deliveries. So we would like to build the same logic for our Sushi Master restaurants, maybe even higher, 80%. We'll make it 80%. Now, if we take part of the profits and use some taxation optimization and invest it in the development of the company, we will get in 3-5 years almost 1,000 restaurants. If we do not even reinvest, we do not even invest more. So what we do is we optimize taxation. We take the revenues generated by the restaurants that we already invested in, and we'll have from 500 to 1,000 new restaurants using that money alone without investing additional money into it. We can have 100 to 400% growth in restaurant business only. Guys, only on this small example, let's do some math. Take our calculators. So 15 million this year, Sushi Master. Do the math with me. And we're going to have 1,000 restaurants. So every restaurant will be evaluated at least $500 million, $500,000. Yet not million. So 1,000 multiplied by 500,000, it's $500 million. And the capitalization is immense, because we invested only 15 million. Ural Gold, another project, the capitalization there will be insane, out of this world, even higher than Sushi Master capitalization. We have also a number of projects related to Basel Technologies. And now, because of the economic crisis, Basel Technologies can yield a capitalization much higher than Skyway capitalization. And you know that the Skyway, as far as the Skyway plans were concerned, it was to cover 30% of the entire global transportation market, which is $500 trillion. In Basel Technologies, the figures are much higher. The capitalization can be very, very high. As for the production of diamonds, there, the capitalization in 3-5 years is quite high as well. And don't forget about the revenues, the profits. If we take the food product business, the supermarket chain, hotel business, accommodation business that we are investing right now in real estate, it will yield incredible growth, where assets will be as the foundation plus the market value of the company. By the end of this year, one of the companies that is top 5, there are 2 companies there. We're now picking which one to choose. I'm talking about the auditing companies here. We now have to choose, and they will do the financial audit of our companies. We've now almost finished it in Belarus, then in Siberia we'll run an audit, then we'll have a financial audit of our companies in the United States, in Europe, and in India. And then if we showed the results of financial audits, guys, we cannot unfortunately do it for the open public, in the open. But when we receive the financial audit results and then the investment audit of our company, we will have it on our website for everyone's eyes. And the person today who is in doubts, okay, let them wait for 6 months, 9 months, and they will see. And when we launch an IPO for one of our companies, because we're already preparing a company for the IPO next year. So when we enter the IPO, we'll have to go public. We're gonna have to show everything that we have. So if you're still on the fence, if you're still doubtful, although, come on, in 5 years, we have gained quite reliable goodwill. We haven't been opened. We didn't open last year. We have 9 years of the Academy of a Private Investor. And on the 1st of October this year, our fund will be 6 years old, the new consumer community. So if a person is still doubtful, let them wait for the official documents generated by those reputable top 5 auditing companies. We're not talking about top 100, top 5 in the world. When they generate their auditing option report, you will see. So they did the financial audit for our partners, and there is one more auditing company that is doing the audit of the geological service company. They're also top 5 or top 10. Okay, just wait and see. But this meeting will be only available to the club members. So you see, we highlighted in red. This is achievable only if we have 10 million users and 1 million entrepreneurs. So now we can get to the price of 20-40 cents per unit in May. 6 months is 2 million users. So why I'm saying users? Because based on the users, we're gonna have the volumes, we're gonna have revenues and turnover from 40 to $1, 40 cents to $1. Then, and with 3 million users, we have from $1 to $2. When we have 4 million users, it will be $2 to $4. At 6.5 million, it's gonna be 4 to 8. Then at 7.1 million, it will be 8 to 10. Then at 8.5 million, it's 10 to 15. And then at 10 million users, we're gonna have 15 to 40 million. And then when the traders join in, the price will be even higher. But we're regulating the price because we do not want the price to be unjustifiably high, like with the case of Apple. So if you sell them at an auction, you will get 50 billion tops, yet their official capitalization is 1.1 trillion. Well, the same case with Alibaba and Amazon and Facebook, they are all overpumped. If you go and sell their entire assets at an auction, it will be, you get money like 20, 30 times less money. So all of the things that we've been doing here, and we're doing it based on the understanding where we are at now and where we're going to. Those people, I repeat, who are not yet clear or have questions, I recommend start buying our EIPs and look into them. We've translated them into many languages right now. We're now conducting Master Profi. Then we'll have a qualified investor courses in May, as soon as May. I recommend you attend it. Then we'll have investment consultant in June, July. I recommend you attend them. Play the game Genius of Finance. We're now preparing a box version of it, and we're gonna send it to all the countries of the world. It will be in Italian, English, Spanish. It's a box version, very nice, where you can sit at home and play with your kids, with your relatives if they come and visit you. You can. It's from 4 to 8 people. Then next week we're gonna have a tender for the online Genius of Finance game development, because we would like to launch it online as well to attract even more people, because our target audience is young people from 18 to 30 years old, because we want to attract those people. This is our priority. And of course, other people as well, but this is the main capital. This is our main focus, young people from 18 to 30 years old, because in future, they are the future. They will develop themselves and they will develop our market, and we have to help them develop it. We are living in very interesting times, guys. Times of changes. And there are two things. You can either sit and wait, sit on your bottom and complain about things going bad, or you can take control of your life and start acting. One more thing about the news, the promotion that has been just launched. You know, you have an opportunity to give lots of you have a chance to give lots of good opportunities to other partners without having proper education. So what we're preparing here is as follows. If a person wants to invest big amounts, because there are already people who would like to invest $100,000, $50,000, we're preparing a program according to which if you want to invest lots of money, you need to go through training first and take tests, because we want to create qualified investors and not a huge mass of investors who would invest today. Somebody will tell them, look, Havratov showed $40 per CAU in December. Go invest right now. This is not true. It will cost $40 if we have 10 million users. If we raise $10 billion worth of sales, and if we invest $4 billion in assets, in this case, we'll have it $40 per unit. If not, then you're telling lies. Okay, a person comes and says, I want to invest $1 million. No, first you go through training, and the higher the amount you want to invest, the more expensive the education is going to be for you. You're going to take a test, and only then will give you green light to invest big money. That's how we're going to do, okay? Now, guys, we're going to have a topic called energy information practice, which enhances your result thousandfold. And then we have a Q&A question. And guys, you can stay if you understand what it is. Or you may not understand it, but your heart tells you that you want to help our company, because thanks to energy information practices, you can enhance your performance thousandfold. From my own experience, when I started being a businessman, I did it, but I did it subconsciously. And then I went and studied with esoterics, like people working in the spiritual world, to enhance my performance. And I liked this picture. I put it always. So the purpose of our corporation is to build the highest tower in the world. I'm not going to tell you how many meters, but it's going to be the highest tower, because there is an interesting thing. Who has the highest tower in the world? They become a very influential organization or a country in the world. And, there's a lot of fairy tales and, movies about it. And I thought to myself, why don't we build the highest tower? But it won't look like the one in the picture. It will be more futuristic. Imagine like a kilometer high tower with a big platform, and you can see almost the entire world from it. So we're gonna not meditate about building a tower now. We're going to meditate for you to become a successful person, to become a person who gets their results very quickly. For you to imagine an image of a person who is ready to go, and there is some emergency brake holding that person. And then you push a button, and that emergency brake is released, and the person skyrockets towards their success. So this practice, energy information practice, will help you push that button, release that brake, that the person gains momentum even faster. But this is gonna be after the Q&A question. I'm gonna read a text that I prepared, and we're gonna make a recording of this meditation and to have it translated into different languages. It will be called The Secrets of a Dynamic Day. It will be, you can listen it in the morning with some rhythmic music, background music, and then you will repeat the word that I'm gonna say today. I'm gonna read those words. We're gonna take very interesting music that will enhance the performance that you're gonna have. And now let's go to the Q&A section here. Can we have prepare, Marina, a file. How we gonna deal with Q&A here? Marina sent me the Q&A. So I'm gonna answer the questions that are in the form, okay? Not in the chat, guys. Eleonora Barakina, Massim Gafiak is our company's investor partner. No, we had to let him go because our pace is really quick, and those who cannot catch up with us will have to let them go. Let me give you a simple example here. The new legal department over the 3 months did something that the previous legal department headed by Mr. Gafiak and Shaslivi couldn't do in 5 years. What the new legal department did in 3 months. So speed is everything today, especially in the law and as far as in what we need to do, okay? Hello. Someone said, regarding the Skyway, I talked to people who invested there and it's zero result. So they're quite apprehensive. What should we tell them? Guys, if you invested in Skyway, you need to understand the following thing. Skyway is a venture project. And it is a long-term project. So it's like, because of the lockdown and the closed borders, it's gonna be quite difficult because Belarus, I guess, is the only place that has no quarantine in place. So all the questions related to Skyway, because I'm not part of Skyway, guys. We started cooperating the way to the degree we cooperated before, because Skyway for us will be targeted projects that we're gonna implement in future. So all the questions related to Skyway, please ask them there. Because guys, don't say it's zero. Yes, that stock might not be liquid right now, and you cannot really sell them. But let me repeat the following. Let me give you the example of Alibaba. There is a story when an accountant came to Alibaba a year later, to Jack Ma, and chief accountant said, Jack, the shares that you're giving me, because she had a small salary, the CEO gave her shares as a payment. When can I sell those shares? Because I would like to be rich. And he said, be patient. She comes in 5 years later and says, look, we're already a big company in China. And he said, wait for a little bit more. We're not yet launching our IPO. 10 years later, she comes in. What should I do? She said, if you believe me, we're growing. We've already taken over half a world. Just wait for some more. And 18 years later, the company launches IPO in NASDAQ with the capitalization of $260 billion, if I'm not mistaken. Overnight, an accountant became a billionaire. Do you see? So when you invest in venture projects such as Skyway, you need to understand and have a full understanding of what you're doing.
Guys, this is a venture project. It may not become a success, but although today I can't say this, and actually it's not impossible, it will be successful. And moreover, today we support both spiritually, morally, and we will continue it further. I want to ride these unibuses in Moscow or somewhere else, for me to take this unibus and go directly to Moscow, not by airplane. I want to ride it today, but there are some limitations. But my answer to this question is follow us. So we have 2.6 billion, 2 billion purchased and 2.6 stock, our stock in Skyway. We are not losing, we are not getting rid of them. we actually intend to capitalize them, because there is clear estimation that in the next 30 years, the price of Skyway share will be $1,000. Simply calculate 2 billion to be multiplied by 1,000, we get 2.5 trillion US dollars, the stock we have. And maybe even faster because of these changes and developments we see in the financial sector today. And when the stocks or stakes of STO Eurasia will be transferred, guys, we are doing this because there are some urgent stuff needed as regards the VIP club, then blockchain, this promotion which was announced. Technically you won't see it, but as soon as it emerged, it will be in mid-May in your back offices. There you will see your status under the promotion and the remaining part. And when technically you will see this link in your back office, now you may work under this promotion, and as soon as it is technically ready, then you will get all your bonuses paid. A question from Italy: blockchain Ethereum to be null and void? Quite probably yes, because today, for you to understand, out of 465,000 transactions to be migrated to Ethereum-based blockchain by end of January, then I was hopeful by February, about only. So actually this blockchain is quite slow, but we need to pay a fortune for this, for the migration of our transaction, and therefore we decided to develop our own blockchain to migrate there. And Binance Exchange, for instance, made the same solution. They worked firstly with the Ethereum, and then they created their own token. Please explain the best differences between our CIU utility stable coin. Thank you. Maria is running these webinars. Maria, maybe next Saturday, no, next Saturday is a report webinar, but report webinar will be at 3 p.m., then 12 p.m. Moscow time. Maria, you can explain the difference between utility token, stable coin, and security token. But one thing, utility token is the basic token of any blockchain. Stable coin is USDT coin, which is 1-to-1 to US dollar. And CRU is our analog of future STO, security token. And Maria will actually share all the details, will update you. So next week, are we going to have our own blockchain? Actually, we have our own blockchain, and quite probably we've discussed it, and Maria already said, told you today that all this will be migrated to our blockchain. Any news about GeniePay? So GeniePay, Kabanov didn't pay to GeniePay the full amount. Now we are negotiating and how to find Mr. Kabanov, who actually stole about 500,000 US dollars, put it into his pockets, but with GeniePay. So because we worked through Evgeny Kabanov, Maria, once again, is dealing with this, handling this matter, and quite probably we will continue working with them, because this is what the entrepreneurs need. And when we become e-banking system, we can issue our own bank cards and also use MasterCard and Visa card. Another 1% unlocking. Dear friends, unlocking is done 335 days after purchasing, and then after this, after every 30 days. Therefore, when you had first unblocking, deblocking, then in another month there is another one. Can I, in the same month, diversify the same unlocked CIU in depot account? Yes, This is the idea. It should be done this way, but again, I will repeat, we screw with the receipt of this, unless we get the utility token, then you will get in our utility token, but our utility token will increase the higher the turnover and the sales in our company, the volumes, the higher the growth of our utility token will be, because we will make a unique thing for the growth of our utility token based on the growth in the volumes for EIPs, for crew-based, CIU-based EIPs. And when we hold STO, and you remember that we plan to hold STO, then people can freely in exchanges buy STO tokens, but we will make one interesting thing, that for our utility tokens, it will be very, very profitable to buy, and therefore they will be highly demanded. You can buy it at any cryptocurrency, but if you use our utility token, you will get more benefits. I cannot tell which benefits, but they will be, and therefore any standard person will exchange his cryptocurrencies into our utility token. If you block CIU for 1 year, can you extend the depot time frame and get the specific interest for each? No, only in periods. Different periods to select for 6 accounts, and you plan it yourself. Every month you can do it. As soon as deblocking is done, you can actually do it. Andrei, I had a question about the monthly income. How long do we need to wait? It should be in August, September. Aren't we talking about this anymore? Who is asking this question? I have this question to you. Didn't you receive, we started to receive this income after October, November, December, and now for 3 months, the decision was made, if the profits is less than 100,000, then you can, if it is less than 100,000, it is reinvested. If it is above, and we have a voting, and unless less than 70% of people voted, then the only 70% of profit bonus will be invested or will be provided as profit bonus. And such questions are raised by financially illiterate persons. The person who raised this question, I do encourage you to study both in the domain of multi-level crowd investing and finances, and this is the reason we are going to provide training of 250 units. Then after taking a training of 1,000 maximum up to 10,000, training of 5,000 maximum to 100,000, or training of 100,000 and maximum to 1 million, to avoid such questions, because your question is about August and September. Profit bonus was paid in October, November, and December. Please check it. There is the news about the artificial intelligence in the use of for the use in the social networks. Yes, we are still negotiating, and the principle of this work is the following. So there are some beings that operate on your behalf and make specific contacts a day by reaching the number you need. For instance, you want a person to attend the webinar, and you want him to communicate with you, or you want this being to bring him to registration, and then you personally contact him. And actually, this option will be available only to the members of the VIP club. Andrei Fedorovich, so the translators are asking for the break. Well, let's have a 15-minute break. Then afterwards, I will answer 5 extremely important questions, and after that, it will be followed up by my meditation. 15-minute break. Nikolai, please play the mute. Well, a few other questions to discuss. someone is asking for meditation, I will finish up with the questions and we will meditate. Well, I answered your question about profits. Dear friends, now we have a unique opportunity to influence the profits by sharing this opportunity with more and more people. I will talk about the sales at the marathon, but the philosophy of any salesperson is that this is the person who understands that the market will take money from someone else. So they may spend their money on computer games, or they will chase fast profits and get into the pyramid, but they won't know that this is a pyramid, and they may invest into something else and then lose. Or a salesperson will take this money, a good salesperson with very good commitment. And so the appropriate philosophy of a salesperson is to give to a person what he wants. And today there are lots and crowds of people staying at home and eating out the money they saved. And why shouldn't we start talking to such people? Because our job is quite easy. Some people may say, yes, this is the hard work, but it is hard simply because you need to develop and grow as a personality. But it's quite easy because only 5 or 10 meetings a day to tell others about this opportunity. Once I was a coal miner when I was 18, 19, 20. I went down 750 meters under the ground twice a week. This is really hard, extremely hard. And I don't remember actually what happened, but then once I opened my eyes and there was an accident, and my peer lost his legs, and I was a sailman, and you are in the sea and there is a heavy storm and you don't know actually whether you will survive or not. A job of an electrician is also dangerous because when you put a bulb, you can be electrified, and the janitors, their work is really very hard. But our job is quite simple because you share this information with others, and this is the once in a lifetime opportunity for them. And here you can shape your income. I many times repeat it. If a person is quite lucky to become a millionaire yesterday. So last year, actually, he made a purchase of an EAP, but now he had several thousands of US dollars as his CIU, and if he wait for some years, his family will be well off. But if you don't study financing and investment, you will lose this money, waste this money. There are so many people who had shares of different countries and then they lost this, and now their children are starving and they go to offices. And therefore I always encourage you to learn the laws of multiplication of money, the laws of investing, and then you will understand what we are doing and the profit which we generate and the capitalization and the growth of our assets we invest in different domains. This is the most powerful thing. And therefore, when such situations happen, the only thing you need is 10 rendezvous a day, and you will give chances to these incredible chances to these people, and they will be grateful to you for during their entire life. And actually, I'm thanking the people who once introduced me to the system of the multi-level business, multi-level networking, and we can generate profits together. We can influence this together, and let's learn to influence to make more profits. A deal? Next question. Creation of new users. This is the future. How can we do it? Do you want to laugh. So there is a question, how should we do it? You shall start doing it. Again, 5-10 rendezvous a day. It's quite simple, nothing difficult. A question from Germany. Why in Profi bonus there is a difference between CIU of the first stage and the second stage? This is the loyalty program bonus, because we voted and we decided it together last December that people who join the second stage to feel the same thing that like the people at stage 1. Why shouldn't we become the co-owners of MOS or Belarus Film? So to become a co-owner of MOS Film, simply check the value of MOS Film and we need to buy it, but only by investing 900. We need to invest in addition 700, and we do not simply make 2 movies, but we are actually a member of the filmmaking company. So an example how we can make and increase and boost profits. When we have 100 million acquaintances, and when a movie is ready, you may buy it at $2, because when it is on some cinema screens, it will be $5 or $10, and 100 million by $2 each, and this is the profits we can generate. Actually, we will watch the movie. And as regards other examples, to say we have a lot of restaurants in our chain, and when you make your home delivery from this restaurant, you increase the dividend income and the profits increase as well. On the 5th of April 2020 at 5:45, the astronomic portal will be increased and people need to meditate. All the human beings of the universe are invited that engage in spiritual meditations. Andrei, do you know about this and which meditation